Is feminism good for men? The short answer that I have for you is, I don't know. But, and there is always a but, I am going to list out some of my points where I believe that feminism might actually be really good for some men. Others, maybe not so much. Before we move forward with our discussion, do subscribe and comment below about what your personal opinion is. Feminism, as defined by Wikipedia, is a range of political movements, ideologies, and social movements that share a common goal, to define, establish, and achieve political, economic, personal, and social equality of sexes. This is a reasonable request and should be implemented wholeheartedly and without prejudice. Everyone deserves to take part in the pursuit of happiness and have access to all the tools that enable it. But, what does this mean for the modern man? Since the beginning of time, men have assumed the role of the provider. Is this really true? I am not sure. But, this seems to be the traditional role that men have been given by society or whoever runs it. But, in modern times, is there really a need for men to be providers? I am constantly surrounded by women who are independent and don't need a man to provide for them. So, I guess not. This is good for men though. A married man, in this case, is not solely responsible to provide for his family. It's only fair for his wife to chip in half of the total responsibility and share the load. When a single man is on a date with a single woman, the man doesn't have to worry about paying for the woman. The woman is independent and can buy her own food. In times of crisis, like a hostage situation, men and women have the same priority in the eyes of the police. Instead of screaming, "At least, save the women and children," the screams would be, "At least, save the children." Because of this, equal number of men and women would have died on the Titanic and any other tragedy where there were men and women present. I don't know why that saying emerged. Maybe it's because women are usually physically weaker than men? Is that even true? I am not sure. I don't want to pick a fight with Ronda Rousey. She will probably tear me to bits. She is, of course, an ideal representation of the female form. The liberation of women has freedom to pursue their sexual interests. In the old days, women would have been stoned to death for having sex before marriage or out of wedlock. The story is very different today. Women are free to pursue their sexual interests and are in some cases, even applauded to do so. This is good for men though. Women, today, are open to sleeping around without the goal of marriage. The person who calls them out for doing so, is a monster in the eyes of society. So, men can also partake in these activities and fulfill their sexual desires without having to worry about long-term consequences. There is essentially no risk for men. In the old days, if the women weren't stoned to death, they were forced to marry the man that they slept with. Today, it's an open playing field for men. They can sleep with as many women as they want without any backlash or risk of having to be forced into marriage. At least, as long as they use protection. Men should essentially thank feminism for giving them the ability to smash and dash. I don't know if smash and dash if in the best interest of women, but that is essentially where we are at the moment. Everybody is different, though. Some men don't want to smash and dash but have a desire to settle down and have a family. Do women find these men desirable in this era? I am not sure. Maybe they do, but does our culture promote settling down? I am not sure. The other kind of men who wouldn't be able to take advantage of the smash and dash era are the men who essentially can't. These are the men who can't get laid even if they tried. It is said that this is because women don't find them attractive. Is that really the case? I don't know. You might be thinking, there are a lot of I don't knows in this video. That is true. I don't know where humanity is going, and anybody who tells you that they have all the answers are wrong. Do whatever makes you happy. Do it. But, remember, there are always consequences. Nothing goes unpunished. Ha. Ha. Thank you for watching the video. Do like the video if you liked it. Dislike the video if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel. You do not want to miss the video next week. You will not believe what it is about. Sleep well for now.